What's up, ladies and gentlemen? Doc here with Debate Amongst Friends. It is Tuesday, September 7th. Hopefully, you had a great Labor Day weekend. Just wanted to come back at you live. Prof had some business to tend to, but business here never stops, especially in the world of sports. Really quick rundown here. The Cowboys, who already are going to be without one of their top offensive linemen, Zach Martin, who will not play due to being on the COVID list, have good news as they expect L.Collins, their right tackle, to play against that stout Bucks defensive line. So hopefully Collins can play through the neck injury that did hold him out of practice. But we will definitely see how this works for him. Detroit Lions running back DeAndre Swift is expected to play week one. Uh, New head coach Dan Campbell told the media that he's been dealing with a groin injury, but he will be ready to go, um, as well as Michael Brockers, who was their addition this offseason. I'm interested to see what the Detroit Lions do. I've been keeping up with them in the offseason. I love the YouTube series that they had. I believe it's called Inside the Den. If you haven't checked it out, I know every team has their own off-season video thing. I think it's kind of like a Hard Knocks type of deal, where instead of a team being on Hard Knocks, they decide to do their own montage of videos, training camp, draft, so on and so forth. So it's pretty awesome that teams have adopted that particular method. I know yesterday I got a chance to watch the Cleveland Browns in their particular video, but with the Lions, I enjoy theirs because Dan Campbell, number one, great former football player, excellent head coach. Actually, excellent coach. Hopefully, he's an excellent head coach. Um, the first episode, they showed him going to the Ford factory, and it was such an amazing story. You don't really think about how factories and football kind of go hand in hand, but I know most of us who are sports fans always say, right? The one thing that we like about Bill Belichick and the New England Patriots is his slogan of "Do your job." And with this particular episode, if one person on a manufacturing line doesn't do their job, it impacts everyone else down the line. And it was such a great story and such a great metaphor for football and somebody taking over a franchise that has been struggling for years. So I'm definitely wishing Dan Campbell the best of luck. I'm hoping that the Lions do really, really well. Obviously, if they play my Bucks, I'm not feeling in other news, New York Giants convert um, Logan Ryan's $5.5 million base salary into a signing bonus, which would, of course, free up some cap room for the Giants, which hopefully they use to fix that offensive line. I know they spent a lot of money in the recent years on the defensive line, but that offensive line, as we well know, needs assistance. And the Dallas Cowboys restructured Dak's contract to create some additional space as well. I mean, I don't know how much more Dak can help. I know a year or two ago we were sitting there talking about how he played on the franchise tag, and we all know how that went. Next year, we have Ravens agreeing to a 4-year, $56 million extension with Mark Andrews, which it happens to also have been his birthday. The extension, $56 million with 14 million in his yearly cap. This would make him the third highest tight end. They've confirmed the deal, and it will go through 2025. I will say with Mark Andrews, I mean, hands down, he is the top three, top five, top 3 to 5 tight ends in the league. Unfortunately, he plays in a system in which it doesn't allow the throws. But when they do throw it to him, I mean, he's really, really impactful. But I know for sure that he's going to be worth every penny on that particular docket because the guy is a big target in a system that doesn't really rely heavily on receivers. So I'm pretty happy for Mark Andrews. I think the last thing that I wanted to discuss here, and I know it's something that me and Prof talked about yesterday, and it's the dominoes falling with this COVID-19, with the COVID-19 cases, and how more and more people are kind of coming out and saying that they either contracted the virus or um, at some point they had it and the symptoms were mild. But the latest person, latest, I guess, sports figure to announce outside of yesterday. Obviously, we talked about Tom Brady. We talked about some others, but Coach Calipari has said that he himself contracted COVID, and he said his symptoms were mild. He said he tested positive for COVID um, after he got his vaccine, which I know is one of those situations where a lot of people are on the fence about getting the vaccine. The one thing that he did say is that he experienced only mild symptoms. So I find it interesting that a lot of these things are coming out at this particular time, but I expect and I know Professor is going to say we still haven't hit that second wave. That's what he always says. We haven't hit that second wave, but I feel like it's a slow wave. And of course, we always talk about the numbers, but more and more people coming out and saying that they tested positive. I would be interested to see how this affects the upcoming NCAA basketball season, how it's going to affect the current NCAA football system, as well as all of the other sports. We'll have to keep an eye on exactly what's happening. Um, Really quick show today. I mean, nothing too crazy is going on. Obviously, we're getting ready for Thursday, Tampa versus the Cowboys. Obviously, the Super Bowl champs are going to be at home. I'm looking forward to that particular game this Thursday. I know we're all looking forward to football as a whole, but I know you heard this podcast on your favorite podcast platform. But if you didn't, you can always go to our website at www.debateamongstfriends.com, not only to review this episode, but all of the previous. Be sure to tune in Monday through Friday at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as we deliver the news, the analysis, and the reads.